you sick and tired of your disposable razor? Are you sick of the razor burn, the little red bumps, and spending an arm and a leg on those razor blades? If you fit in that category, stick around, because at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to get an amazing shave using a double-edged safety razor. This right here is the Henson AL13 Medium, and in my opinion, it is one of the best safety razors on the market, especially if you are new to wet shaving or you're doing some research on a different way to shave. Maybe you're looking up double-edged safety razors. The soap that I'll be using for today's shave brings me back to my childhood, as I'll be using First Line Shave's 80s Rewind Volume 1. I was a kid in the 80s, and let me tell you, those were the greatest times. The toys, the cartoons, and everything about being a kid in the 80s was so amazing. To lather up this amazing soap, I'll be using the Razor Company's brush with a AK-47 synthetic knot, and then once all the growth is gone, I'm going to end off the entire shave First Line Shave's 80s Rewind Volume 1 Aftershave Splash. Let's get this face wet, get the shave started, and let me show you how to get in a great shave. For my pre-shave, I'll be using Uccello Rosa pre-shave oil. Of course, everything that I'm doing during this shave, you do not have to do. This is just what I enjoy. What I have found with the pre-shave oil is it adds a little extra slickness during my shave. So it's almost like my razor is just cutting through butter. While the pre-shave is on my face, I'll go ahead and load my brush. So now that my brush is nicely loaded, next what I'll do is paint it on. So now that I've painted on the soap, what I'll do next is load my razor. And I'll load the Henson AL13 with a Gillette Silver Blue. And now to load a double-edged safety razor, they're pretty straightforward. So this right here is a 3-piece razor. What you're going to want to do is hold the top and bottom cap like so, twist the handle until it comes off, remove the bottom plate from the top cap, and let's get loading. And now the Henson AL13 is loaded and ready to get to work. And now when tightening the handle, you don't have to tighten it super tight. Just get it so that it's nice and snug. Now what I'm going to do is really build on this lather. So I'm going to take just the tips of my brush, dip it into the sink of water, and start building up my lather. So what I'm doing here is splaying my brush, and there's a few different reasons for doing so. A, it helps lift the hairs to get ready to be cut. B, it helps build your lather. And C, it exfoliates your skin. What I also like to do is create somewhat of a thick paste at first. I find it just adds an extra layer of protection when shaving. From here, I'll build on the lather even more, but I'm not going to show all of it on film. Otherwise, we're looking at an hour-long video. Your shave does not have to last an hour long. If you want a 5-minute shave, you can do that. In, out, away you go. Or if you want to take this moment and really enjoy the process, you can do that as well. I like enjoying the full process, so my shaves do last a little longer. All right, so I've built a really nice lather. Let's get in there and get that shave going. Here we go with the Henson AL13 Medium, and I'll be going with the grain. When I shave with the grain, I'm shaving in the direction that my hair grows. So on my cheeks, my hair grows downwards, so I'll be shaving downwards. And there you have it, first pass done. This feels fantastic. Not only is the AL13 extremely efficient, but it is super easy to use. It is the razor that got me started within traditional wet shaving, and I know it's a razor that's got many other wet shavers started on their journey through traditional wet shaving. So let me go ahead, lather up again, and get on with my second pass. This is an older base from First Line Shave. I'm not exactly sure what it is. And it was inspired by, I believe the name of the fragrance, I believe came out in '81, is Cologne. I'll go ahead and leave here so you guys can see for yourself. All right, let's get on with that second pass. This time, I'm going across the grain. Now, what that means is I'm going to be shaving across my growth. And there you have it. Second pass is done. Now you might be wondering, well, you just said you were going to go across the grain, which means you're going across your growth. True. On my cheeks, my hair growth is very straightforward. It grows downwards. But when it comes to my jawline and my neck, my hair grows all over this. So what I like to do is a little bit of a J-hook on my neck. I just find I get a bit of a closer shave that way. So now what I'm going to do is lather up one more time and get on with that third pass. Now, if you're wondering, you're shaving again? Why? For me, personally, I get my best shaves when I do 3 passes. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you want a 5-minute shave, which is basically 1 pass in and out, go ahead and do that. If you want to do 2 passes, by all means. If you want to do 3, I get you. I understand. If you want to do more than 3, once again, it is your shave. Do what makes you happy, my friend. Let me go ahead and get on with that third and final pass. What I've also been working on when it comes to my lathers is getting a lather that feels and performs the same way throughout my entire shave. And as of late, I've really been nailing it and I've been very happy with it. I also need to say, if you are interested in a Henson, I will have a link down in the description. All right, here we go for my third and final pass, the Henson AL13 Medium, and I'll be going against the grain, which means be shaving upwards. All right, and there you have it. This is feeling like an amazing shave, and I really hope you've been taking some notes, because there may be certain things that I'm doing that would work well with you, or there may be certain things that I'm doing that you want to try and then make it your own. At the end of the day, you make this shave exactly how you want it, my friend. As long as you're getting a nice clean shave, that's all that matters. Now, let me go ahead, wash off the rest of this soap, and finish off the rest of my shave. Full tight. Now I'll get in there with the Parker's Alum Bloom. Now, the alum block is something that some people use and some people don't. For me, I enjoy it. But one of the biggest reasons why I really enjoy the alum is because it gives me a good indication on how well that shave went. If my face was really burning or really stinging, then I know I was being very aggressive during that shave. But there is very little to no sting. Right now, I don't feel anything but the alum on my face. Then I know I had a great shave. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and clean up my area, clean up my gear, get everything ready for my next shave. Hold tight. Alright, so the Henson is all cleaned up and it's ready for its next use. And the beautiful Laser Company's synthetic brush is all cleaned up and it's ready for its next use. So I've gone ahead and I've cleaned up the rest of my area. Now everything is ready for my next shave. While I've been cleaning, I can feel the alum on my face. Even though there's no stinging or anything, I can feel the alum working its magic, maybe even tightening my skin a little. So what I'm going to do next is wash off the alum with cold water. I do recommend washing off the alum and get ready to put on some Thayers. First, I'll add the clear Thayers, followed by the hydrating milky toner, but with a little twist. Next, what I'll do is splash on First Line Shave's 80s Rewind Volume 1 Aftershave Splash. So what I like to do is add aftershave that has alcohol in it first. So I get the full effect of the alcohol and the scent of the splash. Right now, this is beautiful. So now what I'm going to do is go back in with First Line Shave 80s Rewind Volume 1 Aftershave Splash, but I'm going to combine it with the Thayers Hydrating Milky Toner. So what I have found by adding the hydrating milky toner to splash that has alcohol in it, kind of turns it into skin food. So my face feels extra soft and fantastic. you may need to pick up some first line shaves while on your wet shaving journey. All right, and there you have it, end of the shave. I know maybe you're thinking there's a heck of a lot of steps for me to get a good shave in, but what I showed you are a personal preference. Everything that I've done is what I like to do when I shave, but at the end of the day, I've mentioned many times, you shave however you like, my friend. On that note, you make it a great shave, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.